Now, Mahjoob Zweiri is a non-resident senior fellow at the Middle East Council on Global Affairs. He joins me now here in the studios. Great to have you here with us on TRT World. As we have been talking, Israel has conveniently sidelined United Nations Security Council resolutions in the past. It has violated international law. I mean, I think it's fair to say that it has disrespected many institutions, law institutions, over the past 2 years and perhaps even before that, right? Yes. So let me ask you, is it time for sanctions or arms embargoes tied to violations of humanitarian law, or do you think that might derail any chance of diplomacy?
It's time for all of what you said, because they have done already all of this nearly against Russia when the war started in Ukraine. Europeans and the Americans, they have used most of the tools to pressure Russia, including sanctions, including all kinds of collaboration with Russia. They impose it on Russia. So what has been done in Gaza is tripled or more what happened in Ukraine. The number of people who are killed, the destructions happen. It does need a decisive decision by international community. But let me remind the viewers the fact that Israel have never been believed of the United Nations. The resolution like 338 or 242, who are based for non-state now solution, they never acknowledge those resolutions. They never acknowledge any kind of actions by United Nations since 1948. And we know this for a fact. Actually, in 1947, Ashter, one of the organization of Jewish organization, actually killed the envoy of the United Nations because he was trying to solve what has been called at that time Palestinian question. So they already disrespected the United Nations as a body, the tools. Moreover, all of this, they sidelined the United Nations role in Gaza, UNRWA. UNRWA has been frozen in the last 2 years. From the first day of 7th of October 2023, they basically demonized the UNRWA. They said there are 9 people who basically attacked Israel. They are from UNRWA. So they have done all of this. International community has done nothing, actually.
And Professor, as you rightly pointed out, European leaders called for accountability in Ukraine, but they avoided doing that when it came to Gaza. Has this double standard permanently weakened the so-called Western moral authority when it comes on the global South? Yes,
actually it weakened them in 2 fronts. One, the image of the European and Western has been weakened. We were talking about this since 1980s of the previous century. We were saying that all of those values are not being respected. Now what happened is worse to the Western society, because the anger, the rejection is happening from within. The new generation in Europe, in the United States now, they say, okay, you have suspected the values you were talking about. You have failed to deliver on our life, education, health service. The new generation, America and Europe now, they are complaining about the government's delivery to their own people. So, and they question the values of the European and American government. So now they are under actually double critique from within and from outside, which basically highlight the fact that all of those values has been used to justify their own policy rather than being genuine of promoting those values.
And Professor, very quickly, we're running out of time, but I have to ask you this question. You know, as someone from the global South, I've always had this problem with this so-called moral Western moral authority. I mean, why should they have any authority over people from the global South? They are equals, right? They should not have any influence over people from the global South. So why do you think this term, this concept emerged in the first place?
It's a colonized idea. It's being created based on the fact that they have the upper hand, they have the tools to impose their ideas. And the South, they have never developed their tools to reject that. And whenever they develop the tools, it's being crushed, whether from within or from the outsider. And that's the nature of the conflict today. What's happening in Gaza is just a scene of this rejection to that North values and pressure.
Fascinating insights, Professor Mahjoob Zweiri. Thanks very much for joining me here in the studios.